Creed 3 in IMAX. That's right, in IMAX without Rocky Balboa. Is it any good? We'll talk. Hi, how you doing today? It's Just Jazz here. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, so we got the movie Creed 3. Is this movie worth to go in an IMAX? Honestly, yes, absolutely. The movie is literally filmed for IMAX. So what does that mean for you as the viewer? You see up to 26% more screen only in IMAX. It's the first sports movie to be shot in IMAX. I did not know that until I saw some posters and banners online. Also, once you go see it in IMAX, the sound system provides powerful, in-depth audio experience. So that is the more technical term in the IMAX. Now I'm relating to you in my own words. Now personally, seeing in IMAX, should you still go? And honestly, yes. You hear the music, the grunts, the sounds, especially the crowd cheering in every detail in and out of the ring. And when I say music, I'm not talking about just the music when they walk to the ring. I'm talking about Tessa Thompson's character, Bianca, because she does pursue music. If you've seen the first two installments of the series and the new one for Creed, you definitely hear the music in a new, people were kind of like jumping in their seats, which I thought it was awesome because when you're hearing music just for that little small parts, it was cool knowing that you're getting your money's worth for IMAX. Bigger screen felt more immersive when watching than the film. First two, I did not see it in IMAX. I think you could have seen it in IMAX, but it wasn't shot in IMAX since, of course, this was the first sports movie to be filmed for IMAX. You see everything, the cameras, the angles, the slow-mo, the effects, and the different sequences accompanied with the format with the different fights. Creed 3 starts Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and Jonathan Majors, as well as the Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, which that means this is the first time him directing the movies. He was still the cast, like he was still the actor of Adonis Creed, you know. He was also pulling back for the director. There is like some commentary and some interviews that you can see online on YouTube that he was like, you know what, I had to get emotion and then I had to come back to see the take of it. And I thought it was pretty cool that I'm like, wow. And as a first time director, I mean, I don't really know anything about movies like that, but as a first time director, I had a good time. And I think a lot of people did because people were still talking to me right after the movie ended, like random people. And if you're watching this, that's awesome because I met you and that was really cool. Watching this movie in IMAX was amazing with the fight scenes, especially choreographed. You can feel the difference between regular non-IMAX screenings as well as IMAX screenings. And since this movie was filmed for IMAX, it just adds that extra oomph to the movie once you see it in that format. But however, between the first two installments, this is more of a personal tale between Adonis and Damien Anderson's character, telling us and showing us, may I add you, between what happened to them and their childhood. After 18 years of lockup, Damien's character comes back and he says, I still got gas in the tank, which appears to be friendly visits, more feels like a threat for the chance of title. Watch someone else live your life. And I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I've had fights in my life, like high school. I've lost most of them except one of them. So when I see this movie, I'm like, damn, like I wish I could have like been more like, you know, maneuverish, but I was still a fun time seeing this on screen. We see a new character development as well as a different layer to Adonis's character with a more heavy emotional driven narrative speaking. We see more layers of depth to him since the relationship with him that he has with himself, his family, and his daughter that now is aged up, especially from the second film, and it changes how you look at their relationship because it's like an old past coming back to haunt you, to scare you. Like there is a promo saying like you can't outrun from your past, and I guess now that we see a different depth to not even like Michael B. Jordan as like an actor, but also the Adonis's Creed's character. I love the continuation of Bianca and Adonis's Creed and how that factors into this movie, especially the dreams, because she does still have her music career. If you've seen the other first two movies that she's pursuing, although it changes a little bit of the narrative because you know that she has like that hearing problem. Well, I wouldn't say the hearing problem. She was just like progressively, she doesn't hear as well as like her normal character would, you know. She uses an earpiece to help her out. We meet Adonis now at a different stage of his life. He is now training the next generation of fighters, although there is secret cameos and callouts and even words to be thrown out. If you've seen the first two movies, like characters come back, cameos come back, and in that he doesn't like step out of the ring. Like no, of course not. Like you see still that he fights in the beginning, but he does take a step back, and now we see that overall shift into his mentality because now he's like a father figure. He can't be fighting all the time. It's like a young man's games, as they say into the movie, but he is definitely retired after 3 years. That's when his friends comes back, and that's when he decides to get back into the ring. This is not spoilers. This is in trailer territory. This is the year of Jonathan Majors. A lot of people have been talking about Jonathan Majors as Kang. He was in Devotion, even though I didn't like that movie, but I loved him as Kang. So we got like Kang versus Killmonger with Valkyrie because Tessa Thompson is the girlfriend or the wife now. So that is pretty cool how all of them were in Marvel movies, but now they're in this. But he fits perfectly with the story arc because the movie doesn't just tell us, it shows us what happened between them and their relationship. The movie Beautiful opens up with their past history, like a 20-minute video of like what happened when they were younger. Like you see that from each point of their sides, and they keep referencing that throughout the rest of the movie. So it's more of a personal tale. Like yes, and this sounds a little bit weird, even though it's Creed 3. This feels like the first time that's actually a Creed movie, even though Rocky Balboa is not in it, and you can see it online why he's not in it. He's very vocal about his distaste for like the rights, the money, but if it's some legal contracts that we don't even know, we can't even control, then that really sucks. But he is open to come back to the Creed 4 installment. But even though he's not here, Michael B. Jordan as a directorial debut still juggled this very nicely, I feel like, because it was still everything that a movie should have. When I say on this channel, it has everything: drama, action, romance, and even character development, making it more personal to Adonis's character, because in the first two movies he didn't really know those people. With this, he actually knows them. Like this is his past, like this is the guy he helped out, or the guy that helped him out. So it's very emotional driven because now we see a different side from his acting. And I always liked Michael B. Jordan, and for him to be coming out with this movie the first time that he did a directorial debut, I thought he made an amazing experience. Although I wish they used a little bit more like of the slow-mo shots that you seen in the beginning of the movie. Although to be honest with you, everything was awesome. The 3 fights, the build up to the fight, the training montage, even though this is a more personal soul, it doesn't forget that the movie is a Creed movie with Adonis's character, even though Jonathan Majors is coming to his playground, basically, is what I'm trying to say to you. And everything about this movie, even like the build up to the last fight, like in IMAX, you hear everything, the crowd cheering, the blunts, even though it's weird when I say like the sweats, the juggles, and also Michael B. Jordan, especially even on Crunchyroll, there's a video on Instagram saying that he take a lot of inspiration from anime, especially the last fight of this whole sequence of the movie felt amazing because it's not just them with the announcers, there's also new sequences and new effects added to the fight for us, the viewer, to be like more immersive in that experience. I'm not gonna tell you what they did, but they did change it up a lot more than the first two movies. I was like, I cannot believe they're going for that. And there's a lot of call outs to anime, and I really felt like Michael B. Jordan, like his love for anime now is in the big screen, because remember, this is his directorial debut. So I love that he incorporated anime, because I'm watching anime now after this. Even in the same weekend, Demon Slayer is coming out, and anime, you see it right here, Sword Art Online. So I really loved Michael B. Jordan's, and I'm really excited to see how the character and this family dynamics go forward in Creed 4 or hopefully Creed 5. But it's a little bit different. I can't really talk about it like that because I don't want to spoil it for you, but I did love everything. All the 3 fights, the character development, the heart emotional driven narrative, especially. It's like your friend, but then they betray you and it's scary, and it's like, oh my gosh, like what can you do? Because it's kind of like that weak spot for you, because it's the true friend, like they grew up together, so now they're coming back. But everything in this movie in IMAX was amazing. I'm gonna give this movie an A+. It has everything, like I said before: drama, action, romance, and character development. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, subscribe. Take care. Bye.